Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've always been curious about this one, and now that a friend picked one up, we can finally talk about it. His experience, start to finish. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer found the initial setup and installation process for this new printer to be a significant test of patience, despite the excellent performance of the machine itself once it was running. Upon arrival, the unit was well packaged and secure, though its considerable weight made it a two-person job to move. The real challenges began with the software. While configuring basic settings on the device's touchscreen was mostly intuitive, our reviewer noted that it felt less responsive than previous models, and that many advanced options could only be accessed through a computer. The included installation program proved to be the main source of frustration, crashing repeatedly and causing a difficult cycle of uninstalling and rebooting. This client suspects that trying to set up custom network configurations, rather than sticking to the default settings, may have caused the software to fail. The process of connecting multiple laptops, tablets, and other mobile devices ultimately took several hours. The breakthrough came when our reviewer abandoned the packaged software, performed a default installation, and then used the printer's built-in web interface to configure advanced features. This web-based management tool was described as professional, well-designed, and far more reliable for setting up functions like scanning to a network drive or email. Once past the setup hurdles, the printer's performance was impressive. Print quality for both black and white and color documents was excellent, and the speed was quite fast, with the first page appearing in seconds. The dual-sided printing feature, a key reason for the purchase, worked perfectly. While the machine is a powerful workhorse let down by a flawed installation experience, its robust features and high-quality output make it a solid piece of hardware for those willing to navigate its tricky setup.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer is overwhelmingly pleased with this multifunction printer, considering it a nearly perfect office machine. It excels at all its core tasks: printing, scanning, faxing, and copying, and handles two-sided jobs for most of these functions. Our client loves that it performs reliably whether connected directly to a computer or operating wirelessly over a network. For a device with so many capabilities, it runs relatively quietly, which is a definite plus in a home or small office environment. The quality of standard document printing for things like charts, spreadsheets, and presentations is excellent. When it comes to supplies, the official toner cartridges from the manufacturer are quite pricey, but this client found that the initial set lasted for a couple of years of home use. It's also good to know that more affordable aftermarket cartridges are an option. The manufacturer's companion software is a real highlight, making it easy to manage scanning from a desktop, while regular printing works seamlessly from standard applications. However, the experience wasn't without a few quirks. The most notable frustration involves two-sided scanning. For some reason, you can't initiate a duplex scan to a computer folder from the machine's control panel, but you can do it using the desktop software. This could be a significant annoyance if the device isn't in the same room as your computer. Furthermore, the automatic document feeder can be untrustworthy with a stack of pages, sometimes pulling in multiple sheets at once and requiring supervision for large jobs. While basic setup is mostly automatic, configuring more advanced features like network scanning might require some technical know-how. Despite these specific issues, our reviewer feels that once it's fully set up, this printer is a fantastic and dependable workhorse.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer needed to replace both an old monochrome printer and a rarely used inkjet. The plan was to get a color laser printer, relegating high-quality art prints to a professional service and using the new device for home proofing and general use. Initial impressions of this all-in-one were mostly positive, but two issues quickly surfaced. First, the cooling fan was surprisingly loud and ran for an extended period after each use, though this client later discovered the fan delay could be adjusted. The more significant problem was the automatic document feeder, ADF, scan resolution, limited to a disappointing 300 dpi. This limitation wasn't clearly advertised and only discovered after experiencing grainy scans with clipped text. It seemed particularly odd because copies made via the ADF were sharp, implying the hardware was capable of more. This client then did extensive research, even contacting both the manufacturer of this particular device and a competitor to confirm ADF scan resolutions. The The competitor's product boasted a much higher 1200 dpi. A side-by-side comparison followed, evaluating color copies, color prints of photos and scanned artwork, and black and white document scans. While color copies were comparable, the print quality differed significantly. The competitor's color prints were noticeably grainier, even when set to its highest resolution, creating visual artifacts. This X, on the other hand, produced finer-grained color prints. However, the competitor excelled at document scanning, producing crisp, clear scans via its ADF, while this one's scans remained coarse and grainy. Ultimately, the reviewer chose to return the competitor's product due to the inferior print quality and decided to keep this particular device, hoping for a future firmware update to address the ADF scan resolution limitation. Sadly, that update never came, leading our reviewer to conclude that the company probably intentionally hobbled the scan resolution to avoid competing with their dedicated scanner products.
And that's a wrap. If this video was helpful, like and subscribe. Got questions? Let's chat in the comments. See you soon.